Hi everybody, I'm back. I felt compelled while down here in my hometown of Montgomery, Alabama, to go around to the locations where I grew up and where I believe I was deceived intentionally. I have a certain feeling about that. I have become more and more angry as the days go by. But I will do this as quickly as possible, as I am known to run out of phone charge. But back here is St. Jude. Over here is a hospital where many black people were born back in those days when we were being discriminated against. This is called St. Jude Parish. The nuns live here, the priests lived here. This is where I learned to be an altar boy. This is where we went to church every Sunday. We had events on Saturday. My brother and I went to Catholic school here, where church was a large part of the weekly happenings. Here's the school back here. We played in this playground. The people that I grew up with, parents were pretty much like mine. First generation college people, school teachers. This is a school, St. Jude School. Elementary, middle, and high school. We played sports on this big field over here. We played kickball and volleyball. And if you'll notice right across there, that breezeway going from that building to the other was a major part of my life. To me, it was pretty much most of my world. Going from one building to the next, outside to play with all of my peers that I grew up with. I went here kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, and I left in the 5th grade because I wanted to play an instrument, and they didn't do that here at that time. But anyway, clear across the way over there is a street called Hill Street. You may recall that Montgomery, this school was a stop on the Civil Rights March from Selma to Montgomery. But on that street over there is where my grandmother lived. My mother went to school across the street from St. Jude at Carver High School, where she and my father met when they were teenagers and ended up being married. So this general area has a lot of history for me. And also, in light of all the things that we are learning about the horrific ways that our people are treated, worked to death from birth to death, and then taking our property. I have some hunches and some feelings about cloning, since learning so much that Alzheimer's may be linked to the fact that people who trust their doctors and went into hospitals got cloned, that procedure being a very quick thing that they do these days. And so perhaps people are losing their mind because their clones are wearing out. But anyway, a large bill is made in the process of caring for them until death. We all, if you have anyone who has lived through that, when you look at your grandmother whom you love and she doesn't even recognize you from Sam, that is something that breaks your heart. It's something that stays with you forever. But here, back over here, you can see Hill Street goes right down that street over there where my grandmother's house was, my mother's mother. And through the tragedy of her Alzheimer's suffering, like my dad's mother, she ended up losing her property. And all around there, you may have noticed that I've posted over there. I've gone over there and taken pictures in honor of her. But a huge church has been built over there on that property, where our people are still living in ignorance, not realizing who it is they're giving their money and their energy to. People who are essentially government agents who keep them disempowered through wrong understanding of religion and mythology and who we are. I'm going to tell you right now, and all that I have learned, I am all about opening my third eye fully and destroying this illusion, because our people are being eradicated from the planet. People are acting as if they haven't noticed, and now that we've awakened them, they still appear to not want to take action. And that's the problem. So, here I am at St. Jude, where I grew up. Many Sundays with my family, filing into this church to pray and to worship. All of which I've learned is all a bullshit, nightmare, illusion. Okay, thank you for joining me. This is part one. I'm going to be going over to my middle school area called Cloverdale next, and then on to Jeff Davis, and hopefully that'll satisfy this cathartic experience that I've given to myself so that I can heal and figure out a way to live with this lifelong trauma of bogus HIV, which really is ongoing daily. All right, thank you. I am Dr. Damien Q. Laster, Kabir Amin Ra Ampur Sarsit Harakti, the conscious doctor, Rainbow Warrior, busting up bogus HIV worldwide, healing the sacral chakra, me and my cosmic mama, Nebthet. Have a good day. Bye-bye.